Hi friends, today we will discuss phacoemulsification in pediatric cataract, which is quite different from adults. To start with, we have to apply speculum cautiously so that we don't put any inadvertent pressure on globe, as scleral rigidity is low in children. Anterior capsule can be stained with trypan blue if needed. Anterior capsulorhexis is done under cohesive viscoelastic. Utrata forceps are better for rhexis after lifting flap with cystitome. Lens capsule is more thin and elastic compared to adults, and due to centrifugal forces playing on flap by strong zonules, the rhexis runaway chances are more. AC should be just filled, flap should be regrasped frequently for better control. Gentle hydrodissection should be done. Pediatric nucleus is soft, so cortical aspiration with IA probe is sufficient in most cases. Bimanual irrigation aspiration can be used for subincisional cortex depending on surgeon's preference. Now the aim of pediatric cataract surgery is to prevent amblyopia. So child should be taken for surgery at the earliest age possible. IOL power is calculated and then undercorrection is done according to the age of child. In IA, few cortical fibers may be left intentionally on posterior capsule for better visualization of capsule during posterior capsulorhexis. Posterior capsule is stained with trypan blue. A small nick is made on the center of posterior capsule with cystitome. Cohesive viscoelastic is injected from that nick posterior to the capsule to lift it up, and anterior hyaloid face is pushed back. In a controlled manner, posterior capsulorhexis of size around 3.5 to 4 mm is done. Primary posterior capsulorhexis is essential as pediatric eyes develop after cataracts invariably during consequent years. Posterior capsule is thinner and more elastic than anterior capsule. After the rhexis is complete, if there is no vitreous in AC, we prefer to implant IOL in the bag before doing anterior vitrectomy. Make sure the leading haptic of the IOL goes directly into the bag. There should be minimal dialing of the IOL. After IOL implantation, anterior vitrectomy is done by taking the cutter behind the IOL. Caution must be made to wash viscoelastic completely from the anterior and posterior chamber, as retained viscoelastic can lead to more inflammation and rise in IOP postoperatively. As corneal lamellae in pediatric age group are immature, there may be difficulty in wound sealing. Moreover, the child may keep rubbing eyes, so it is essential to secure wound properly. There is no harm in suturing the main wound and even side port. Sutures can be removed after 15 to 20 days if required. Post-op follow-up should be more frequent than adults to check inflammation and rise in IOP. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more educational videos on phacoemulsification.